feel free. You have the freedom to play. There are no wrong answers.
No, and I apologize in advance for the stabbing. And whatever dance I will do afterward.
I'm excited for the dance. I don't want to fall down. I want to watch the dance.
I wanted to work on a story about the state of video game acting in 2022. So we were catching up with casting director Bianco Schoeffling. And she actually had this idea that if we wanted to talk about video game acting, why don't we actually come and do it? So we are here at the House of Moves studio on the Jim Henson lot to get a motion capture demo and just get a glimpse of what goes into making a massive video game. What would you say would be something you wish you would have known when you started, or a tip you would give a first timer?
Oh, I wish I had known to wear something nice and tight when I came to set, because these, as you can tell, are very form-fitting, but you don't want to wear them without anything underneath. So now I wear leggings and a tank top underneath, so you know that there's no chafing or anything like that.
It feels actually good. I feel svelte. You know, I feel like I've slimmed down, so I'm feeling pretty proud right now.
For acting for video games, everyone assumes it's voiceover only, and there is a lot of performance capture and motion capture work that works in conjunction with voiceover to make it full performance. And so I think a lot of people just think of the voiceover only, but there is really a whole performance.
See all those guys up there?
Mm-hmm.
All those guys are going to catch us, and all these guys. So the great thing about it as an actor is that, unlike taking several takes where you're doing, okay, this is the over the shoulder for this person, this is the over the shoulder, this is the wide shot, you're getting all those shots all at once. You can take one take of a scene and move on to the next thing. So it can be something that moves a lot faster.
T-pose, arms at an angle, touch your toes and back up. So Todd, what this whole process is we're basically measuring how your body moves so that each one of those markers, the computer can label it, it'll give it a name. It'll tell it this is left front head, right front head. Knowing where we've put the markers, we have a preloaded template, and then you move and it goes through and it's like, okay, so these are the things we're expecting to see, and it builds a labeler for us.
For voice talents who a lot of times have been pulled into games from the voiceover side, they spend so much time getting their performance to fit into a microphone, into a voiceover booth. And then when we're bringing you to the motion capture stage, we need you to move and perform and tell a story with your body. So actors who are comfortable with movement, who are comfortable with perhaps making shapes with their body and things like that, those are all gonna thrive on the motion capture stage. Theater performers are especially successful.
A lot of times you will actually get to see that full form of yourself. I don't know, I never get tired of that stuff.
I cast some kids
Always
for Call of Duty
Exactly.
back in forever ago. And that was the most fun.
Oh, it's
seeing
so much
them
fun.
see themselves, because
so
we're
much
all
fun.
adults when are like kids when they see it, but seeing kids
Yeah, no, it's so good. And then you find yourself doing stupid things,
Yes.
like for no reason.
Karate Kid.
You know, just like weird stuff. For like you just, it's again, like you said, always be playing.
Yeah.
Always be playing. Forget about always be closing, always be playing.
As you're walking, what's important in a cycle is we don't want a lot of personality in each cycle for generic moves, right? Because if you're walking like this and you fix your shoulder, that now means that every step my character takes, it's gonna be like this. Because I'm taking the same motion, I'm cycling it over and over and over again, right? So how about we just start with some simple cycles. You can kind of try to find that hitchhiker sort of, how would he walk, right? And you can try to find male victim A, right? Also a super important character. And walk. Excellent. You'll be here, and you're going to be, let's just say you're, like all kids these days, you're just going to be checking your phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Except I'm not standing on one hip because I'm a dude. Can't stand like this. Gotta be this.
You are going to sneak up on him, right, as he's checking his phone. You're grabbing him by the shoulder. You stab the knife into his gut.
Want me to go straight
and
back?
then you
You
can
want me to
step, you
oh,
can
wait,
step
turn
right
it.
in front of him and then shove him back, and then you can start dancing around him because you've got your victim at that point. Now it's time to start stabbing and playing.
This is actually, like, I don't really usually play violent games. So this is actually like I'm getting to this whole experience of a violent game that I usually don't get.
Well, look at that. And again, don't worry about me. I know that sometimes this can be like an uncomfortable thing, but we're so used to doing so many things that no one does in real life. A little weird, weird, right?
It was a
You're
little.
allowed to say
It was a little awkward.
Yeah.
So I was trying to. I don't think I was very menacing because I was laughing.
It's also weird because because you know that there's no one speaking and there's no sound. Like it's tempting to be silent and like, no, you can make all the sounds that help you, or that help. Like you know, if I'm getting stabbed, I'm gonna be even if it doesn't come up on film, just to be able to get the physicality of it.
Stab! Stab! Stab!
I love being in games because I do feel like we're at the forefront. It is so fascinating to see film and television pick up some of the technology like Unreal Engine and Unity to run their programs, seeing animation and TV pick up the choose your own adventure style to create the more depth in their TV shows. I think eventually, because all these technologies are kind of merging, we're going to see a lot more IP across all things.
It's a really new language, and I love that because I really do think it's an amalgamation of film acting, theater acting, and voiceover all combined into one. It's a really fun advancement in technology, I think. It's fun to combine all of those disciplines all in one.